Folks, we're at Ag Hall at the Kansas Expocentre. Right now it's fairly empty, but it's going to be much different than that on Thursday. And with me is David Braun. He's the new president of the Community Thanksgiving Dinner Foundation. First year doing this, but you've volunteered before, right, David?
Right. This will be my sixth dinner that I volunteered at.
How's it going so far this year? I know there's almost always a need for items. I mean, we've got some here we see, but we also see some empty containers. What people seeing this right now? It's on. We're here live Tuesday afternoon. They have today, this evening, and then all day tomorrow, right, to help out and bring in items and donations.
Right. We're still in need of a few items. We are real low on chicken broth, canned chicken broth, and we're also real low on canned jellied cranberries, as well as butter.
And you like the unsalted butter, right?
Right. The unsalted stick butter is best.
Okay. So if you see this and you can help out, you can come down this evening until 8 o'clock, and you come in the west doors here at the Ag Hall, which is 17th and Tyler. And then tomorrow you can come down all day, right, Dave?
Right. We'll be here from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
David, you're young, 25. You got involved in this as a high school student, and then they were Myron Johnson and Dwight Minke, who were the president and vice president of the Community Thanksgiving Dinner Foundation. They announced plans a year or so ago that they were going to step down, and that they were going to need somebody to kind of come in and help out. What made you want to do this?
Well, when I volunteered the years past, I fell in love with the whole dinner and the way the community comes together, and they put on a wonderful event, and I wanted to see it keep going for many years. So when I heard there was an open spot in leadership, I jumped on it.
And so far, how's it been going? Have you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, it's a great time. It's wonderful meeting all the people who want to be a part of the whole process, and meeting these wonderful volunteers and business owners, and it's just fun time, and we look forward to putting on a great dinner this year.
And David, maybe one last question. I know you told me earlier, but what was the motivation for you to roll up your sleeves and get involved as the president of this year? What kind of was the motivating factor?
Well, I just want the community to know that we support them, that the whole community can come together and put on a good meal, and for everybody to just kind of have a good day together. And I just want to keep that tradition going and keep everybody fed on Thanksgiving Day.
Absolutely. Now, the thing I want to point out is that the dinner itself will be served from noon till 2 here at Ag Hall. If people can come on down and enjoy it, because all these tables here that you see, folks, these are all going to be filled up, and they'll bring the food to you. You don't have to stand in line, right?
Right.
And then the other thing is that a lot of meals are going to be delivered by volunteers to homes around town, right? In this area.
Right, and we've had the highest amount of call-ins for delivery meals to date. We're having over 2,500 meals delivered, and to put that in perspective, we did just 2,500 meals combined last year, in-house and delivery.
So 2,500 meals to be delivered, that's an astounding number. I didn't know that until you just told me. So that means if 700 or 800 people show up down here, you guys are going to be putting out about 3,500 meals, probably, I would guess, something like that.
Well, I sure hope so. I want to reach as many people as we can, and I want to make sure everybody's fed.
Absolutely. Well, folks, again, just to let you know, it's a free community Thanksgiving dinner. We want to give special credit to some of the early founders. Those folks we like to mention are Pauline Johnson, Addie Spicer, Grant Cushenberry. These folks were the ones who spent countless hours behind the scenes. The years of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, when this dinner grew from just a few dozen people to a few thousand. And I remember specifically the times I spent with Grant Cushenberry down at the old auditorium, and even once or twice helping him down there doing that dinner. And then to see it continue now with other leadership. We've had Myron Johnson, Pauline's son, and Dwight Minke. They kind of took the reins for a few years, and they've been helpful to you too, right, David? And you're taking over for them, so to speak, right now, along with your vice president.
Right. Jason Peters, who was our yams guy, stepped up big this year and took on the role of vice president and kitchen coordinator. But Myron Johnson, Dwight Minke didn't step out of the picture altogether. They're going to make sure that we're on a good footing here and that we're going to get a good dinner put on. They want to see this be successful as well.
Okay, I'm looking at one question here, then we're going to sign off. Someone writes, does it have to be canned broth or can it be the large cardboard containers? What would you rather have?
We'll take both. Both of them work.
Okay, so there you have it, Austin. I'm responding to one of the viewers here. You can bring the canned broth. You can bring in the box. I think the main thing is chicken broth, though, right?
Chicken broth, correct.
Okay. So once again, the dinner noon to 2 on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day here. They're going to be people are going to be flying out of here with meals starting around 9 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning. About 2,500 meals going out, which is way more than ever in the past. And it'll be real interesting to see the number of meals you guys are going to serve. I'll be calling you about 2 o'clock Thursday to find out. So thank you very much for your time, David. It's great to meet you.
Thank you.
And appreciate all you do. And signing off now from the Ag Hall and Kansas Expo Center, this is Phil Anderson, CJOnline.com.